I personally think that the best lobbying in Ukraine that can be done currently is through gathering information for clients, giving clients the right information to let them know how to make the best possible decisions. I don't think you lobby in Ukraine like you lobby in the West. It's thinking back and over this past year and seeing the situations in the Rada with the fights on the floor and keeping people from voting and things like that. It was a very difficult spectacle to watch. So I think the whole atmosphere in terms of lobbying in Ukraine is much different than the West. Can it be done legally? I think you can gather information and you can provide your clients with the best possible information you can.
And do you support the idea of constituent settlement of lobbying in Ukraine?
Of course I do, sure. Do I think they'll necessarily work? I don't know. I think there has to be a fundamental structural change for reforms to work. I mean, you can talk about reforms, you can enact reforms, but unless people actually pay attention to them, then they will not work.
And what prospects and risks are connected with it?
Well, I guess the risk would be for anytime there's always risk in change and people not agreeing to it. I think the bigger risk is people not paying attention. We have a lot of laws on the books in Ukraine that people don't pay attention to, or there's different sets of rules for different statuses of people. So I think the danger really is in being ignored.
And on to your vast experience in US, do you think some of the foreign practice could be applied here in Ukraine?
Again, I think there has to be fundamental change, but in the West, in the United States, I was a lobbyist. I lobbied quite a bit. I lobbied for Norfolk Southern. I lobbied for Sears. I lobbied for some other companies. And the way we did it, generally, was to get information to key decision makers. And often often the main decision maker wasn't who you got it to. You got it to its staff. And get this information to them and present it in a forceful and intelligent way so that you got their attention, and hopefully you could raise the issue and you could have your way in terms of legislation. I don't think it's done that way here. I think you can set up any meetings you want to. You can set up meetings with ministers and what have you, and you can have these grin and grope handshakes, but I don't think it necessarily works that way.